Hi lovelies, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. You are most welcome here. My name is Candy. So today I wanted to do a follow-on video from my VR to Simon at the Hermit's Cave. Now Simon recently uploaded a video of my 10 oracle decks of all time, which I did a response to. And in that video I picked the oracles that have been with me a long time, that I use a lot. I know that they've got a set place in my practice. I know they're not going anywhere. And I said at the time, but I've got loads of new oracles that I'm really excited about, but I'm just not including them because I've either not started working with them yet, or I've only just started working with them. And I thought I would do a video called The Oracles of Now. So the new things that are in, so this is going to be a mini haul. The decks I have been working with or currently working with right now. So these might not make it onto a decks of all time list. Who knows, they may. I think some probably will. I've got some lovely oracles to share. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to share some more oracle decks, but the oracles of now. Now I'm going to start off with a blue angel deck, so the oracle of the sacred horse, because probably this is the deck this year that I've used possibly the most so far this year, and I have absolutely loved it. I did put a walkthrough up on my channel and like a review of this deck, and I've absolutely loved it. I think the artwork is sublime, and I think that the messages are sublime as well. It's just the most gorgeous deck, just such stunning artwork. So I have found this deck really lovely to work with, and I've also found it's a deck that will throw out some lovely visual synchronicities with the other decks that it pairs with. So say if you're using this paired with tarot, I have found that it is a deck that you'll see visual synchronicities, which is something that I love to work with. And I hope that there isn't a glare on these cards. I don't think there is. I think the artwork, it just literally speaks for itself. The skill behind this work. I mean, look at this. So you can see it's not all horses. We've got some mythical creatures as well. We've got some unicorns in there. But they've all got this title, and then you've got a keyword or a key phrase. And I think just inherent within those two things, there's real useful things to draw messages from. But then the guidebook as well is just lovely. I will link the review I did of this deck in the description box if you are interested in the deck. But oh my gosh, I've loved it. So I got this out probably February, March time, and to be honest, I used it for my week ahead spread this week. I'm still using it. It's that good. Okay, another one which has had quite a lot of use this year is Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel's deck, the Starseed Oracle. Now, I am not normally into Starseed stuff, and I think, having watched a lot of videos lately actually dissing these decks and like comments joking about, if you buy this deck you'll never use it, I was a little bit unsure about how I would feel about the deck, but it's one I bought ages ago. Now my very first deck ever was the Work Your Light Oracle, and I'm often online looking to see if I can replace it because I just miss it. I gave it away in a giveaway, which is fine, and I did that because I didn't think like Starseedy stuff was really for me. It didn't resonate, and it was looking online for that deck that I saw this one really reduced in the sale. So I thought, well, why don't I feel like I've got it back by just trying this one, and let's just give these type of decks another go. So I that's what I did, and to be honest, I've loved this deck. I've pull a card a week. I've been pulling a card a week that goes up on my tarot altar in the doll's house, and it's been fantastic, and it's been pretty darn accurate to what's been going on week to week. And it's just been a nice grounding point, a reason to go and sit at the altar just for 5 minutes, even just to light a little candle, reread the guidebook again, sit with the card. Just as simple as that, just to keep checking in with the altar, checking in with the card, just seeing how it's panning out, seeing where I can relate it to what's going on in my life. And I've loved it. And I think the beauty of these decks kind of speaks for themselves, especially if, like me, you absolutely love this sort of colour palette, like sort of aqua blues and pinks. Totally my favourite colour palette. I mean, look, it's just so much beauty in these cards. So it was a real kind of, well, let's just ignore what so many people are saying and let's just try it for myself. And I've loved it, really loved it. In fact, I loved it so much when I saw some other decks go on sale, and then I saw a new release coming out, I also treated myself to those. So far this year, it's been the Starseed Oracle that I've been working with consistently. But these two decks, I've not worked with them yet, but I got them in because I loved the Starseed so much. So I got the Healing Waters Oracle, and I got the new release of the Ancient Stones Oracle. So inadvertently I've got a little collection, which is always danger territory for me because then I start collecting. Now the Healing Waters, I'm going to do another video about the element of water, because there's been weird things going on with me in the element of water this year and being called to water, and because of that I have bought part of this second deck haul. So let's backtrack. I didn't want to buy many decks this year, and at the start of the year I had a tiny little deck haul, but not many. And then I thought, right, that's it, I'm done for the year. But then I got this call to water, and I started looking at watery decks. So that's going to be a second haul, which I'll do a separate video of for that. But I wanted to share this Healing Waters Oracle because it's an oracle that is part of this Rebecca Campbell set that I am just really excited about. This is definitely an oracle for now. Not only is it water, but it's this pull to working with these type of decks. I mean, look at that, just wonderful. And plunge and ride the waves. You've got the Sacred Well there, which I love. So loads and loads of really exciting different ways to look at water. And again, I see that in the Ancient Stone Oracle, which I think, oh my gosh, it looks so good. I mean, even just the keywords of the Stone Oracle, it kind of gives you like loads of different ways of viewing stone, or possibly like avenues to seek out working with stones. Now for me, I mean, look, I've got stones all around me. I love working with stones probably more than crystals. I just feel like stones are absolute free gifts from the universe for magic working. So I mean, immediately this alignment card with the stone circle, just incredible. Now this reminds me of the church where I found Margaret's family's grave when I found Margaret's house in Wales, because the church wall had a sacred stone circle actually built into the wall. The church had built the church wall with the standing stones in it, and so it just reminds me of that. So you've got like a link to ancestors, you've got mountains, you've got boundary stones, You've got stones in like mythology, like the Gaelic. You've got the idea of a cave. So these are all ideas with stones, that creativity with stone art. And the cycle breaker with the stones splitting, it's just so good. I love it, like the idea of the edge, when you get to the edge of stones. So this entrance stone is actually Newgrange in Ireland. I recognise it because I've been there many times. So you've got things like entrance stones and like centre stones, like in a, say, a labyrinth or a magical walk. Gateways, good luck stones, hag stones. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and I love it. Like you've got things like gravestones in here, look, and stone goddesses. It's just an amazing deck. Just from looking at the titles, I just love all those aspects of looking at stones. And look on the backs look like that. So it's got a carved stone on the back. So that's another Oracle of Now. No in, so it's now. And it's one that's right up on the list of I'm excited to work with because it's new. So that's the Ancient Stones. So that's 3 Rebecca Campbell decks. 2 of them new to me this year that I'm just really excited about. Another one that I am really excited about, and when I shared this in my first deck haul, so this was in the pile of decks that I bought at the beginning of the year, this is the deck that lots of you said you'd like a proper review on. So I've just started working with this is the Rooted Woman Oracle, and I'm trying to pull like say 2 or 3 cards over a week and then journaling around them. When I've done that for most of the deck, I am going to get back to you with a proper review of this deck. But so far I have been so seriously blown away by this deck. The first card I pulled was the Bog card, and it gave me one of the biggest revelations I've ever had working with cards, and it made me cry, and I was all in immediately with that first card pull. So I am doing some serious work with this deck. I'm deep diving with it, and I think once I've done that I can get back to you. But yeah, this is the Rooted Woman Oracle. So these are the backs. I suspect that this is going to be very, very impacting. I suspect that this is going to continue on this kind of same trajectory that it started on, and it's just absolutely wonderful. So in this deck you've got like a series of sections. You've got places cards, you've got allies cards, you've got journey cards, and you've got some focus cards as well. So it's kind of in different sections, the cards that you can pull. I can't tell you more than that at the moment because I'm still new to working with it, but all I can say is from what I've done so far, it's been incredible. And look, there's Maca in there. Love that. So I love it. Really, really love this deck. Super, super excited to continue to work with it and then to bring you a more in-depth review. Another Oracle, which is an Oracle of Now, is the Witch Oracle, or the woman in total control of herself. Now, this was a gift from my lovely friend Shannon, who sent me the most glorious Christmas and birthday box, which I did share opening on the channel. And this was in here. Now, I spent a week with one card, which was the tarot reading card that came out, believe it or not. And I loved that, but then it got taken over by the Sacred Horse, which I was reviewing for Blue Angel. So this got put away prematurely. So this is one that, again, I'm going to be super excited to bring out and to start working with. I mean, it's got a Selkie card in. I am seriously a sucker for any deck with a Sheila and a Gig in, or any deck with a Selkie card, and I'm all there. But I just think for a curated art deck, this is really stunning, and it is one that I am super excited to work with. The backs look like this. I think that this is the indie version. I think I'm right in saying that it's come out in mass market as well. I think, but it is just glorious. So that is the Witch Oracle. So this is, it says on the box, collector's edition. So I'm assuming that that means the indie version. But absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at this artwork. It's so beautiful. So that's another Oracle of Now. This one feels like cheating a bit because it's tarot, but to be honest, I don't use it as really like tarot. I use this way more like an oracle, and I know that it was marketed as being like you could use it as either. So sorry, this is the Outgrow Yourself Oracle. Well, it's Oracle and Tarot, it says, but it is one that I do use as, like I said, as an oracle, and it's one that's been calling to me for this summer, so that's why it's out to work with, and I am super excited. It's had some use last year, not as much use as I feel it's going to get this year. It's really coming into its own spot, I can feel, and it's this incredible artwork and these strange figures all wrapped in foliage. You've got the name of the card on the bottom if you're using it as tarot, but then you've also got the oracle message, an oracle message on there as well, which I think is fabulous. So I'm really excited to use this. I think I can feel myself wanting to put this with Tarot of the Crown. I think these two will work together really nicely. Like I say, it's got the dark background, but I think all the foliage, for me, it does feel like it can work as a summer deck as well. So that is an oracle or a tarot of Now that I am also super excited about getting out and working with. Then we've got the Cantergy Oracle, which I bought, gosh, a year and a bit ago now, and I think I've pulled one card. There it is still on the top. I'm always doing that. If I've pulled a card, I'll leave it on top, and that's been it, guys. And I was so desperately impatient to get my hands on this deck, thinking, no, I need it immediately, and it's a year and a half on and I've not got round to working with it yet. So isn't that a big lesson in, you know, you can wait. You don't need it right now if you've been buying lots of decks. But I love circular decks. I love this artwork. Of course, it's the same artist that did the artwork for the Liminal Void, is it? Is that the right title? Oh my gosh, if I've said the wrong title, it doesn't sound quite right. If I've said the wrong title, I'll put it on the screen now. So it's this kind of soft watercolour art. But the thing that I love so much is the titles on the cards. Every star is a doorknob. Look, right there. There's so much I think that you could take from that with a sort of imagination magic practice, and I'm just still really excited about getting to this deck to work with it. I think it's going to be one of those where it's a single card pull and then you leave it out to see where it takes you. The Unburdened Bones, well, that's another story right there, of something that's happened, which I'm not going to go into just yet on here. But yeah, it is gorgeous. I can't believe I've had it so long and not worked with it yet. I just take a long time to rotate through my decks, so it is what it is. Wow. So this is a deck for now. It's staying out. Really excited about getting to work with it this year. So that is the Starseed Oracle. So this one, if you watch some of my recent videos, you would have seen this one. This is the deck for Wonder Walking, which Amy T1, whose deck it is, she sent it to me just to see what I would do with it. And I've already shared 2 videos of it. I love it that much, so it's just been magical. So there's 2 recent videos, one of me opening it and first reactions, and then one of me pulling some cards before I head on out to Oxford for the day. First time I've ever been to Oxford. So I went to Oxford with a couple of cards in my mind and a couple of cards also that fell out as I was shuffling. And all 4 cards kind of played out throughout my day in Oxford. And it's just so wonderful. So the premise of this deck is you pull a card and then you can like kind of adventure out with it, and you can like use it to connect with spirit of place or nature or anything around you, really, and to lead you to magic via connection, which is completely and utterly where my practice has led me naturally, with Adventure Tarot and the Sheila gigs, and using nature as, I always say, nature is like the 5th suit of tarot. Like I'll often pull cards when nature tells me to, and wherever I am, the nature will add in a message as well. I've shared so many videos now on my channel of that kind of thing, and it's the same like with soul stories, like letting actual spirits in wherever place you are speak as well, to interact with cards. It's all about those connections when you're out and about, or not even out and about. It could be literally on your own doorstep, or sitting at your own window, or sitting in your own garden. It's there's always something there, I feel, that you can connect with. And Amy so beautifully reached out to me, having watched my channel. She realized that kind of I do the same sort of thing that she's pulled to do, and she just sent me this incredibly generous gift of this deck and the guidebook, just to see what I could do with it. And I can't wait to bring you more wonder walks. So this is currently in use. It's only been with me a few weeks. It's already had 2 videos. That's how much I love it. And it's the deck for wonder walking. It's just absolutely sublime. The next Oracle of now is another Blue Angel deck. This is Lucy Cavendish and Sisters of the Sea, and this, I also shared a video of this. There's another card on top. The guidebook in this deck, when I shared in my review video, is absolutely brilliant for ideas for bringing sort of mermaid or mer creature energy into a magic practice. It's got loads and loads of different ideas, way beyond just talking about the cards. It has got loads of ideas for other ways that you can have a magical practice utilizing sort of ocean energy or mer people energy. And the deck itself, I've been using this over the last few weeks. I've loved it. I've really loved it. Like I say, I've had a strong call to water this year, as well as other things. But water's definitely been in there, and it's just woke me up to working with different elements of water. I'm gonna have to do a separate video about that. But this is one of the key decks so far this year that I've used to tap into that. I said in my review video that I love the fact that where the writing and the text on the card is, they use the key colour from the card as the background. So that bottom colour where the text is does change, but it's still really cohesive as a whole deck because they keep the hue of the colour the same. So it makes the deck look extra colourful but still cohesive, and I love it. I mean, look at these cards, just gorgeous. So that's the Sisters of the Sea Oracle. It's just a great deck. I love Blue Angel decks, so it's a brilliant one. Then my excitement for oracles would not be complete a video about that if I didn't share The Weird of Sarah Howard. This is by Gabby Angus West. This was a deck I was desperately wanting, but kind of gave up on the idea of it because it was a lot to get it and bring it into the UK. Look at the box, it's absolutely gorgeous. But then Shannon, my friend, in that Christmas and birthday box, what was in there? Only this deck. I couldn't believe my eyes. So this is Gabby Angus West's artwork, which is just so gorgeous. It's always vibrant, it's always quite busy. Of course, she did the Tarot Avatar, which was the Frida Kahlo deck. She's also done the Bone Fire Tarot as well. I've got both of those. So I think at some point this year, and I know what I'm going to do with it, I want to put the fire to counterbalance the water. And if you look, there's a lot of water in this deck, which is lovely. It's going to be literally perfect for what I need it for, which is kind of to do with some ancestor work that I feel I need to do. But you can see, look, there's so much water throughout. So again, it's kind of going to be another deck that's just come to me at the right moment. It's all I can say for now. I just know that there is just some work that I need to do. There's some things that I need to unearth that I know that this deck is going to help with so much. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's just endless magic. A day as a bone. Okay, there's things going on in my magical practice. There's things going on. There's things happening. There's things that have disconcerted me that are happening as well. That's like, I shall say no more at the moment, but wow. Yeah, so this is just so exciting. And that sounds like the dog's racing to my front door for the postman. I don't think there's any more decks being delivered, but like I say, it's been one of those months where all good intentions were abandoned, and I've got some new decks in. Right, I'm going to show you the last two. One of these is brand new. Okay, the last two decks I'm going to share with you. This was from the start of the year haul, the little mini haul that I did. So this is the Folklore Oracle. I have done a few readings with this. Absolutely brilliant. It's one that I bought to work with it's right here, out to be worked with, the Universal Folk Tarot by Anita Inverarity. Now, I was quite tough on this tarot when I did my look through, and I said that I would work with it and come back to you. I haven't forgotten that, but it takes a while to work with these decks to the point where I feel like I can come back and do an in-depth review rather than that initial first impression. But this is the oracle that I have bought to work with that deck, and I love it. I love the art style. I love how bold it is. I love the colour palette of it. It's such an unusual colour palette, I think. I love that there are sort of mythical creatures, there's mythical sights, there's trees, all the things that when you're out walking through the woods you can feel like there might be mysteries around every corner. It's kind of that magical, mysterious, hidden natural world where magic resides. I mean, look at the bear card. The bear card gets me every time, and the squirrel. So it's just that sort of magic nature feel to it that I absolutely adore. Again, you've got a mermaid, but like it's not all mythological creatures, but I think that's what I love about it. You know, there's normal creatures, there's wolves, there's trees, there's frogs, there's spiders, and I think that's as magical as some of the mythological creatures. And of course it's got a Sheila and a gig in. It was always going to be a winner. But it combines it all. It combines all of these slightly more mythical, magical creatures with just the ordinary of nature, because at the end of the day I don't think there is anything ordinary in nature. I think there is magic everywhere, and that's what I love about this deck. It combines it all, and yeah, I just think it's a really great deck. Look, there's a dragon in there as well. Oh, it's just wonderful. So that's another Oracle of now that I'm really excited about. That's the Folklore Oracle. And then the last deck that is brand new to me, and I am so super excited about getting it, is one that I've been after for a while, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It was either out of print, not available, or it was too expensive. And then it suddenly appeared in my feed on Amazon, really cheap. And I looked and I thought, is this a knockoff? But there was no signs of it being a knockoff. It didn't say board game or family game anywhere. And I thought, no, this is genuine. So I snapped it up straight away. This is the Avalon Oracle, and it's absolutely stunning. It only arrived the other day. I can't believe I found it. These are the backs. So I think if you're interested in sort of the stories of Avalon, anything Celtic, this is just such a wonderful, wonderful deck. So I have no idea how this deck works yet. I've not used it. Like I said, it's the newest deck that's come in. It only came in the other day, but I just saw these images and I just thought, yeah, this is part of my heritage living in England, and it's the Celtic myths, and like Glastonbury as well, Arthurian myths. They're all of the stories that I love to use. I grew up in literally on the border between England and Wales, like literally on the border, and this just feels inherently part of my magic as an English woman. And I look at it, it's absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited about working with this one. Really, really excited. Oh my gosh, it's just so lovely. So it's got loads of cards as well. And the source, a Sheila and a gig card in there as well. Just completely perfect. So that is what I am super excited about working with. So guys, those are all my oracles of now. Loads to work with. I need to rejig my tarot trolley and make sure these decks are out. I think I'm going to be hard pushed to work with those before the end of the year, let alone all the other ones I've got and the water decks I've bought as well. So there's loads going on here. There's loads of decks to work with, loads to be excited about. Of course, as and when I've finished working with these decks, I'll bring more in-depth videos to you guys as well, if you're interested, and just share what I'm up to. But those are my oracles of now. If you want to join in, I'm going to turn it into a tag. I may as well call it oracles of now tag. So just tell me what oracles are either new to you, what you're actually working with now, or what you're really excited about working with in the imminent future. I'd love to see those decks. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.